Okay, we're live. And here we are. We have DoctorOrgans here on the top right as the Ptolemies. And on the bottom left, we have Feldfeld as the Carthaginians. We see here that Feldfeld is going standard, starting with 2 women and with the 6 prior ones, while DoctorOrgans is going for some camel spam at the moment, with already 5 camels. And DoctorOrgans stopping a little bit. Hello? Hello? Okay. So, yeah, this is not a favorable matchup for Feldfeld, especially because he's Carthaginians against Ptolemies. Ptolemies are a very overpowered civilization. The good thing for Feldfeld, though, is that with archers, you can defend the Camo archers quite effectively. And since the Camo archers are such a big investment, the archers can... You can actually build up a better economy than your opponent with that. Since you only invested in with archers, they have a lower unit recruitment time, and they have lower cost than camels. So this could be a good engagement for Feldfeld. And you can see that Feldfeld already has more population than DoctorOrgans. So yeah, I think this could still be a winnable scenario here for Feldfeld. Most of it will depend on how many archers Feldfeld makes and how he can defend from the Camo archer spam. Feldfeld also has some nice hunting here, so complemented with the archers, he should be able to defend quite decently. And with his additional cavalry and his micro, he could even get ahead of DoctorOrgans. But still, this is very scary. Already 5 camels with 2 more incoming, and DoctorOrgans has some really good hunt here, so DoctorOrgans can make a lot of camels if he wants to spam them, if he wants to commit to it further. But let's see to it. Now we're just waiting for DoctorOrgans to unpause. Okay, and we're back. So the stream started a little bit later, but what we have here is basically just Feldfeld going pretty standard, while DoctorOrgans is going to spam Camo archers. Now, DoctorOrgans has an additional berries as some good hunt here, and Feldfeld, he has mostly hunt actually. At the same time, we see that DoctorOrgans has already 7 camels and producing 2 more. Yeah, producing only women at the moment. So he'll probably stop Camo Archer production at the moment, but he'll probably get it later to get this hunt. And he's moving out to Feldfeld. Now Feldfeld has a population lead since he started pretty standard. He does not have enough infantry to defend the Camo Archers quite effectively, but he's going for actually 3 skirmish cavalry at the moment, so he will probably try to micro and get out of this Camo Archer span until he's able to make more archers or make more cavalry. Now we see that Feldfeld is treating with the women here. He will probably keep some archers here, I'm not sure. Okay. We see actually that DoctorOrgans is moving forward with 2 pikemen. This is quite surprising actually. He's committing a lot to this push. Now DoctorOrgans, he's actually taking some wood here from the back, and there's nothing much DoctorOrgans can do here. Now Feldfeld is still hunting on this location, and at the same time he's producing more cavalry. Now Feldfeld didn't opt for making sentry towers, and I think that's the correct move. At the moment he has a functioning economy with this wood from the women on the back and plus the hunt here, and he will have soon enough cavalry skirmishers to counter these Camo Archers. And he already gets 1 kill.
Yeah, see?
Now he will just retreat back to the safety of the CC, and he's producing more cavalry. Now, I think it would be good if he engaged with the camels, with the archers here, at least to get some passive damage here. But it seems that Feldfeld is prioritizing the wood production at the moment. And DoctorOrgans is actually not finding any opening, and committing these pikemen so early, I think it didn't really pay off for him, because the idea for pushing these pikemen forward is just so that you can micro well against the skirmish cavalry if the skirmish cavalry is used as counter. So for example, you put the pikemen on the front and they take a lot of hits while the Camo Archers do the punishment. Now we see that DoctorOrgans is finally making again some camos here, but Feldfeld already with the higher cavalry count, and in these circumstances the higher cavalry count from skirmishers should be able to counter the Camo Archers quite effectively. Now we see also that DoctorOrgans has retreated with his Camo Archers, and he's now prioritizing taking the hunt at the moment. So the game has stabilized a little bit here. The only difference is that Feldfeld had 1 Camo Archer kill. Now Feldfeld still has a pretty good hunt here. And Feldfeld has some berries still. Oh, DoctorOrgans has still some berries here to take. Now we see that Feldfeld is moving forward with his cavalry skirmishers. But DoctorOrgans has actually quite outnumbered here by the cavalry skirmishers.
Yeah, see? Yeah, see?
17 against 9, 11. But so far, I think this is a good damage here from Feldfeld. He's actually blocking the hunting the hunting activity here from DoctorOrgans. Now we see that DoctorOrgans is committing a little bit here with infantry support. And I don't think Feldfeld can engage that. He could possibly take 1 or 2 skirmisher skill here, but yeah, DoctorOrgans retreats. That's the right call. Now this should not be a good engagement here for DoctorOrgans. He should be able to lose 1 or 2 Camo Archers. No losses at the moment.
Yeah, see?
One very damaged unit here from Feldfeld, 2 very damaged units. This should be retreated, especially if DoctorOrgans target fire those. But no kills so far from both sides, just a little bit back and forth from both. I'm not sure why Feldfeld is not retreating the damaged ones. The damaged ones actually should be able to provide a lot. Yeah, he's just doing that. So he's just retreating the damaged ones to get this hunt here, and I think that's the right call.
Yeah, see?
Now Feldfeld has produced two more cavalry skirmishers, and he's outnumbered DoctorOrgans for quite a bit at the moment. I'm not sure why he's retreating those though. Okay, he's just getting back the food, so that any kills from DoctorOrgans does not get the loot here.
Yeah, see?
Now these two cavalry, if Feldfeld just retreats those and takes no shots actually. Now we see Feldfeld starting here a farmstead. He should be able to take this hunt. We see those two pikemen coming forward again from DoctorOrgans now to provide some support on this engagement. And at the moment, DoctorOrgans has surpassed Feldfeld in terms of cavalry count.
Yeah, see?
Now we see that Feldfeld has split his units, probably going for an encirclement here. But with the pikeman support, DoctorOrgans should be able to engage that, I think. Okay, prioritizing getting back, I think that's good. And we see that at the same time that we are having all of these engagements, Feldfeld economy is much stronger at the moment. Mostly because he did not actually move his units forward as DoctorOrgans did. So we have a 8 population lead here from Feldfeld at the moment. And Feldfeld does just finishes 2 more cavalry skirmishers, and he's taking the hunt here. And this is being quite big here for Feldfeld, as DoctorOrgans is not taking the hunt closer to his base. Now Feldfeld should have his cavalry healed up just in a moment. Yes, and he just gets off of it, of the CC. Now, as soon as he finishes this hunt, I think Feldfeld should go for the kill here. Yeah, he's going for that. Now, let's see how effective DoctorOrgans can make this pikeman infantry support be. But interestingly, DoctorOrgans is actually retreating those. So, if Feldfeld could have some good engagements here against these camels. Okay, now we see this engagement going on here. We see the pikemen coming forward again. 1 loss already for Feldfeld. We see the range advantage. Some good micro here from DoctorOrgans, but they equalize the kills. And we see DoctorOrgans taking a few bit more kills than Feldfeld. Yep. Yeah, I think that especially this pikeman support has been quite great here for DoctorOrgans. But we see that Feldfeld actually got a lot more kills here in the end. This was a very good spot here from Feldfeld. And Feldfeld already 4 additional kills. And DoctorOrgans loses a lot of cavalry here. And Feldfeld gets ahead here in this engagement.
Yeah, see?
And he has a lot of healthy ones here engaging these camel archers. Should even be able to get a woman. I don't think Feldfeld noticed that. And we see a very big population lead here from Feldfeld over DoctorOrgans, and Feldfeld has more cavalry at the moment. He could just heal, finish taking this hunt as well. His economy is going on very well. DoctorOrgans just finished his berries here, and he should be starting some fields soon, but he does not have enough fields at the moment, while Feldfeld has still a lot of hunt here to take. And you see that Feldfeld's food economy is much better at the moment. He has this hunt, he has some fields already set up, some fields already going on. In terms of income rates, you can see here a stark difference. Almost 11 food per second difference, almost 10 times the difference at the moment. The wood production from DoctorOrgans is very low as well. And I don't think DoctorOrgans can recover from this one. This is a very big difference at the moment. Feldfeld with almost double the population at the moment. Nothing much going on. It just Feldfeld building up his economy. And interestingly, we see DoctorOrgans going for Fertility Festival, which allows you to make women out of the houses. So I think that's a good move. If there's any way that DoctorOrgans can get back from this mess, it's just by women spam. Because he won't be able to counter Feldfeld cavalry at the moment. We see that DoctorOrgans still has some hunt here to take, which is good for him. But we see that the population difference and the economy is very different. Now DoctorOrgans has one barracks and he's making camo archers from the barracks, so I'm not sure what is the plan here. Especially after Feldfeld makes enough archers from his barracks, he should be able to be much ahead and would be impregnable against camo archer harass. So I'm not sure this will go well here for DoctorOrgans. Going for camo archers might not be the best move here.
ESD?
Now, Feldfeld just finished all of his hunt. And he's scouting to see if he can find any ways to do some damage. The only way that he could do that possibly would be on the fields, because these wood lines are quite well protected.
Let's boost that move.
And you see that DoctorOrgans is still committing to camo archers, and I don't think that's the good move for him here. Now Feldfeld should be able to take this woman. Yeah, he takes one woman. DoctorOrgans a little bit of a good reaction time there. Unfortunately for him, he had that woman take this wood line, so he lost those. And Feldfeld already phase 2. Now Feldfeld does not need to do anything at the moment, he just needs to boom. Anything that he kills here is just additional. And a very huge difference. DoctorOrgans can't lose absolutely no unit at the moment. Anything that Feldfeld takes off is huge. For example, he could take 1 or 2 skirmishers here with his cavalry. Now we see that DoctorOrgans is looking to engage that cavalry here, and he's actually actively going for it. He's just searching for those skirmish cavalry, and with these numbers, I think that DoctorOrgans should have a good engagement here. Oh, DoctorOrgans should have a good engagement. No kills here. He damaged some units, but he got no kills, and that's what I said. DoctorOrgans can get some kills here, but the archers, they are quite well defensive, quite good defensively against camo archer harass. And we see that Feldfeld is doing an encirclement here to take some additional kills, and he gets those with the infantry support. But now he should retreat. I don't think Feldfeld can engage this anymore. Yeah, and he does a very good save on this cavalry unit here. And DoctorOrgans, camo harass fails here. And I don't think camo harass against archer civilization is really not good. Now we see DoctorOrgans going for an all-in. Maybe he thinks that he has an advantage in terms of infantry, but that's misleading. He actually is quite a bit outnumbered at the moment. But let's see what DoctorOrgans can find here. We see 2 fronts here. We see that the cavalry here from Feldfeld is going down, so that's good for DoctorOrgans. He does not have any power projection anymore. Now, this is a very big encirclement here from Feldfeld. Feldfeld has also the additional numbers.
Yeah, see?
And Feldfeld made some Spear Cavalry, which are quite a good mute shield against these units from DoctorOrgans. And I think this is GG. This is going to be a very good engagement here for Feldfeld. He's outnumbered quite a bit here, DoctorOrgans, and this should be it. But DoctorOrgans does not resign early very often, so I don't think DoctorOrgans will resign just yet. And we see Feldfeld making some additional cavalry, some spear cavalry as well. But this should be it here for DoctorOrgans. Feldfeld should be able to win this quite in a quite dominant manner. Now, what's the plan here for Feldfeld? Does he retreat? Okay, he's retreating. He's not continuing the push, even though he could continue harassing, especially if these numbers of archers. He can keep harassing here. The woodline, for example, and sending the cavalry to the fields and stopping the whole food economy from DoctorOrgans. Now we see that DoctorOrgans went to phase 2. DoctorOrgans did not exploit a lot the possibilities of the fertility festival. This should be an easy kill here for Feldfeld. He didn't get the skirmisher. Okay, he just retreats. He wants to preserve the health of these units. And I think it's good to not overcommit at the moment. He just needs to secure his lead at the moment. He's making phase 2 buildings at the moment. He has already an embassy. He has 2 embassies. Making a market as well. Now you see that Feldfeld is going around here.
Yeah, see?
But he can engage here, I think. Oh, okay, we see some infantry support from DoctorOrgans, so Feldfeld just retreats. And Feldfeld really does not need to do anything at the moment. If he just keeps distracting the economy from DoctorOrgans, he's in a good shape. Because he's so much ahead at the moment and he's not being harassed, so if he just keeps harassing here, distracting units, he already secures his lead. And I think he could even go for a forward civic center now, if he wanted. I think a civic center here would be very good. This is a very good spot for a civic center, protected from both sides, near a mineral. He could even get territory to deny these minerals from DoctorOrgans. This would be a very nice civic center spot for Feldfeld. Now I see that DoctorOrgans is chatting a little bit. I'm not sure what is the plan here. I'm not sure it will make too much difference. Okay. Now Feldfeld should be able to go phase 3 quite soon. He just needs to finish another phase 2 building and keep taking those minerals. But there's nothing that DoctorOrgans can do at the moment. And I think this game is pretty over, but as I said, DoctorOrgans does not resign early. Well, not even early. I will say even when it's very much decided, he does not resign. I think that's a good quality, but I think sometimes you should be able to understand that you are much behind. You see Feldfeld already with 2 times the population. And he has even more cavalry.
Yeah, see?
Now Feldfeld could continue doing harassment, for example, if he goes behind here and find some stray units to get. I think that would be good. Avoid some engagements with the Chemo Archers. And the Chemo Archers from DoctorOrgans, they do not collaborate a lot with the economy. They are just idle at the moment. Now Feldfeld going with a very conservative civic center. That's a good move, but it would be nice to see this civic center on this location here. I think this would be a very good location. I think there's enough space here, or at least he could make, for example, here as well.
USD?
Now Feldfeld has a very big population and cavalry lead at the moment. He's not going phase 3 though. He's using all his metal to make mercenary cavalry from the embassies.
USD?
Now I see that Feldfeld has finished the civic center. He could deny this wood location here. And he could even encircle DoctorOrgans with an additional civic center on this location as well. Now this is possibly an engagement that Feldfeld can take quite handily. And this should be it. This flank though is not very good for Feldfeld. DoctorOrgans is regrouping his units.
USD?
And this should be it. Okay, Feldfeld retreating just a bit, as he sees he's being outnumbered at the moment. The pikemen, they are providing a really good help here for DoctorOrgans, but it's really not enough. Some bad rallies here from DoctorOrgans, losing some slingers. And DoctorOrgans is still playing the game, actually. Now the pikemen provide really good mid shield here for DoctorOrgans, but he does not have enough for them.
USD?
A bit of a bad rally here from Feldfeld. Now, this game is pretty much over. But DoctorOrgans will play it until the bitter end. And DoctorOrgans just delete all units here. There's not really much to comment at the moment. So I'm just hovering here and letting you guys see what's going on. But as you can see here, Feldfeld has units all over his base. He can just park units around the CC and he still gets good trades here. He will finish this fortress and make catapults or even elephants and go straight for the CC and it will be over. And Dr. Organs really, I'm not sure why he does this. I think it's just out of bitterness, I don't know. But this should be a little bit boring now because you need to wait until phase 3 to finish games. Hopefully in Alpha 24 this will change if they implement possibility of making RAMs at phase 2, which would be different from regular battering RAMs, so that we don't actually have to wait until phase 3 just to finish this game. And this is it. And yeah, that's the game. So yeah, nothing much to say here, but that Dr. Organs overcommitted a lot of Chemo Archers, and Chemo Archers, they are really not good against Archer civilizations, especially when your opponent has a cavalry lead, so that was the game. Now let's see if Dr. Organs plays with Feldfeld on the next game. Oh, we also see that Valorant has come. So we might have some good games here today.